DeMarcus Cousins in the house. Aaron Green, the starting lineup. What are your expectations of Aaron?
Well, main thing is Aaron is big enough and savvy enough and experienced enough to keep him in front of him, make him take tough twos, don't bail him out with cheap fouls, and just, you know, keep a body on him. And Aaron's one of our most experienced bigs and one of our strongest bigs. And Cousins presents a lot of problems because he can go inside, he can go outside. So he's one of our top bigs in the NBA. So he gives you different looks. But with his inside look, I'm confident that Aaron can keep a body on him and keep him in front of him. When he goes outside, we also have Amir and different schemes that we want to have ready for him because he's a multifaceted player and really one of our top talents in the NBA.
The other side of the coin for them is Tyreke Evans. What's your plan towards him? Who will be matching up there?
Well, if he plays, our understanding he may not play. He may wait until he gets back to Sacramento play. If he does play, he presents a problem off the dribble. He played against us out there in Sacramento and hadn't made a three all year and come in and made 2 threes. So, again, he's always in attack mode with the basketball, off the dribble. So we've got to contain him. This is a big one-on-one, guard your yard night is what we call it. And we got to really play good one-on-one defense to prevent the ball from continuously attacking the paint.
Why has home court advantage been such an advantage for you guys lately?
Well, you know, home is, you know, home won't take care of you unless you take care of home. We've got to come in with a desperate approach. We can't come in, relax, and feel comfortable at home. I don't think any team in the NBA can feel comfortable at home. It's good that we're not on the road. We paid our dues on the road early. We had the second most road games in the league behind Denver, and so we've paid our dues. We paid the road early, and so it's good to be at home in your own bed. But again, it's not what it is until you make it home. You got to really work and play desperate, even though you're at home.
On the flip side, Sacramento's really struggled on the road. Does that give you guys a bit of a boost?
Not at all. In this league, anybody can beat anybody. In this league, this team scares me as much as anybody because they play random basketball. They're unpredictable. They're excellent one-on-one players. So at any moment, you know, you can be in a great help position, but any moment they could break off a play and go one-on-one, which they're very talented to do. And so we've got to be ready for a little bit of everything in those situations. So this team scares me as much as any team in the league.
Dwane, last game you had 3 starters with no points. Lawyer off the bench, 0 points. How the heck did you guys win?
Well, you know, I call it a phenomenon yesterday, but it's unusual. I don't want our point guards to not be aggressive, not to look for their scoring opportunities, because I think we're going to need it to keep the defense honest, especially Jose shooting the 3. He's one of our best 3-point shooters. And Cal off the dribble. Cal's one of our best attack penetrators off the dribble we have. So I still want those guys to be aggressive, but I thought they took what the game gave them. The game gave them opportunities. They were trying to blitz them, they were blitzing our point guards, and they took advantage of it and found the open man. So when teams are doing that, trying to take the ball out of your hands, they were smart, not trying to force feed their shots, and they were patient with the game, found the open man. The beneficiary of that was Ed Davis. Ed Davis was flashing in the middle, knocking down shots, and made them pay for double teaming.
Not a chance you win that game early on in the season. That just shows you, I think, how
the growth of Cal and understanding and trusting his teammates, the growth of Ed Davis flashing in there, making those shots, and having confidence in his jump shot. So I thought all those things were important in not only the last game, but the last couple of weeks.
Besides just getting to be home and playing on home court, how big is it to have a point in the schedule where you're getting to have practice time?
Huge, huge, because it gives us an opportunity to get Landry back in the fold, get him some reps at the 3, 4, 2 position. So it's huge. Gets the opportunity for Cal to get back and get some running practice and get his timing and rhythm back. So it's really important to be back, and that's another beneficiary of being at home is having an opportunity to practice also in days between games to be able to practice here at home.
How important for you guys to have guys like Terrence really contribute the way you did against Portland?
Huge. It's huge. His growth is evident, but most of all, his defensive growth has been evident to me. I think everybody sees his shot going in, but I see his defense on the wings, his playing the passing lanes, his cracking down, his defensive just the different things he does on defense has impressed me more than his shot. I've always known he could shoot it, and he's gotten used to the rhythm of the game, the speed of the defense. But the most impressive thing is his growth defensively.
The last time you guys played this team a month ago, you lost. How different is your team now, just in terms of confidence, attitude, just belief?
We're different, and I think they're in a different spot too. They're playing at a different rhythm, but I think we're playing with a lot more confidence, belief in each other. We was probably as going into that hole, digging. We were still digging to get in that hole at that point of that 5-game road trip. So we're a different team now, different mindset, different amount of confidence, a different amount of trust, just at a different place basketball-wise. But again, it ain't worth a hill of beans if we don't come out and give the effort and focus each and every night you walk on the floor. We can't just say, okay, we've arrived, because we haven't. I mean, we've stopped digging, but we're still in that hole.
You guys both have identical 12 and 20 records. How important is it to get wins over teams that are kind of sitting in a similar spot as you?
Well, it's important to win every game. I mean, to go out and compete. We're in the same place. Both teams are kind of pulling out of a hole, and but we have to play desperate. And I'm sure Keith's telling his team they have to play desperate also. And you look at this, and you know they probably have some confidence going against us, as we should have going against them, because we're in the same place. It's not like we're going to go against Miami or Oklahoma City Sunday, you know, who, you know, I don't bet, but I'm sure that the odds against us on Sunday also. So, you know, it's a game for us, but we got to play the way we've been playing, in a desperate mode, leaving everything on the court, playing together, trusting each other, not depending on one man.
It's no Evans and no Thornton. How does that change what they do with Isaiah Thomas back in and Solomon's handling the ball?
It puts him in attack mode. I mean, if you've been watching the last 7 games, he's been in attack mode. Their whole team, Fredette, has been playing with a tremendous amount of confidence. Sort of the same thing we've gone through. It gives those guys an opportunity, and they've stepped in and taken advantage of the opportunity, as our guys have with Andrea and Kyle being out. You know, the opportunity is nothing unless you take advantage of it, and Fredette's taking advantage of it. Thomas is taking advantage of it. And I remember very vividly Thomas coming here last year and having a big night on us here, he and Cousins. So, and I know him from Seattle, so he's a very capable speed. He's one of the fastest players in the league with the ball. So, you know, that 12 and 20, I'm sure they're saying the same thing about us. 12 and 20 record says nothing about their team.
You mentioned Fredette's confidence. Do you think he's starting to get a bit more comfortable and sort of resemble the aggressive BYU Jimmer?
Yeah, he is. I mean, again, he's getting the opportunity, and he's taking advantage of it. I think before he's playing behind Evans and Thornton, and you know, kind of filling in. But now he knows the monkey's on his back, and he's taking advantage of it. Very clever with the basketball, excellent shooter. So he's growing into that reputation he had, and the scouting report that was on him coming out of BYU.